Well, here's another update on the camp. I moved the camping couch outside and I've put the cot, they call them a cot over here, but it's actually a camp bed, the American Army issue camp bed, with the British Army issue bug net on top of it. That fits quite nicely in the shelter. So it gives you somewhere nice to sit, or you can fold those things back and then be protected from the bugs. The good old camping couch is now moved outside the shelter. Now we're in the sunshine. Well, I say sunshine, we had 4 inches of rain last night. As you can see, it's running through the camp quite nicely. This is the camping couch. You couldn't really see it in my last video, but it's made out of 2 A-frames which support each other, and then the long beams obviously holding up that big piece of sack. Now I've got the support legs going to the inside while it's like this, because of course I don't want tripping over when they're sticking outside. But if I want to turn that into a bed, I release the top rail and slide it down so it sits on the legs just about there, and of course those supports will then be moved to the outside so that it can be a bed. But for now it's given me a clear walk through into the camp area. I redid my canvas on top of the hammock. There's never enough spaces to put a guy rope, and I don't like tripping over things, so luckily I've got 2 trees, really good position for them. The hammock underneath is basically a DD Hammock's clone from Thailand or something, but it's had me and the dog in it, so it can take the weight. But like I said, I don't like guy ropes very much. So what I do is I get a nice stout stick and put it, in this case, on the outside of the tree, and then strain it in and loop the canvas directly to it. This means that it's good and strong, and it also keeps the canvas nice and tight. I put this one on the back the other day just because there was a bit of wind blowing through, and I left the bottom loose because we had some very long winds. What am I talking about? We had some very strong winds last night and the day before. Like I said, we've had 4 inches of rain in the past 2 days, so I think the camp has stood up pretty well actually. The fire pit's more like a swimming pool at the moment, but you know, when it's lit it keeps that nice and dry. But as you can see, the hammock is nicely sheltered under there. Those 2 sticks make a great anchoring point for the canvas, and nothing moved in all the winds we've had. There are trees blown down, and there's water in the pond again down there, which was totally dry a couple of days ago. But the canvas and the hammock are still in place and absolutely fine. Now, like I said, I left that canvas at the back not pegged down, so that if any strong wind did come in, it would blow straight through, as you can see it doing now, and not tear the canvas. But of course it is a good shield for the rain because it keeps that off. So 4 inches of rain. Oh, I've put camo sheet up. I brought a camo net across with me on my last trip to England. God knows what they would have said if they'd opened the suitcase and seen that. I thought I was some sort of terrorist. But I'll just put camo net over that for now, because I'm still waiting to get the boughs of fir to cover it. Not animal fir, fir trees, you see. So I'll be doing that. But for now it's nice because there's not much foliage around and it does keep it hidden. So there we are. There's the camp. Updated again after a very, very strong storm. Like I said, there are trees down and the camp is still standing. So apart from a bit of water, it's not a problem. Everything's up off the ground, the bed's up off the ground, the equipment's all stored up off the ground. Everything is nice and dry, and I'm quite surprised actually that even though that's open-ended, the hammock stayed very dry. So what can you do? It's all working. So there you are. If you've got a couple of trees that are quite well positioned, you can see there, quite well positioned, very close together, just enough for the hammock, then you put your tarp across, use your old ties there, keeps everything straight. They've got a ridge line running across underneath there to keep that stretched, and that means your sheet's nice and tight, no guy lines required. So there you go. If you're in a pinch, that's what you can do. So apart from that, I think I'll have a sit down on my couch and worry about the rest of the world later. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye now.